I want this poem to have a disclaimer on it. I was going to say, as all of you know, but there's a bunch of people I don't know in this room. So, breaking anonymity, as a lot of people know, and as you all are going to know, I'm in recovery. I've been clean almost 5 years. And that's only important because this poem was something happened in the 12-step fellowship I am part of, that I needed to write this poem in order to rejoin, because there was something that happened. I pulled away, I stopped going to meetings. So I am a full supporter of 12-step fellowships. They saved my life, and I want to make that really clear before I read this poem, because I was not in a very pro-12-step place when I wrote this poem. But it was something that I needed to write, I needed to express to sort of break my silence so that I can move forward and continue with my own recovery. So, and that has happened, so, all right. It's called the 13th Step in 12 parts. 1. At what used to be my regular Saturday night 12-step meeting, I watched my ex-boyfriend congratulate himself on 3 years of continuous clean time. I smile, say thank you at the end because it is polite, and that is what we do here. We be polite, B, don't judge, B, we all have problems, B, you aren't perfect either. Here, we do not talk about it. 2. Almost a full spin of seasons later, I realized I was a flesh version of the girls on the screen when he got too lazy to masturbate alone. He calls this sex addiction, codependency. 5 women later, I chose the word predator for him. He, much too smiles and charisma to ever claim such a word for himself. I would pump skin for him, hold his hand in rest, give him what all addicts truly want, a place of reprieve without consequence. My pain smile, my silence does not make room for accountability. 3. Isn't it amazing how every man who has ever broken boundaries with me goes on to live such ordinary lives? They marry without panic, basketball on weekend mornings with their orange juice like violation was just an entree from last year they've already forgot they digested, and I am still sitting in the stomach acid of their actions. 4. I gave my body to you willingly, gave this broken, violated space to your impulsive devilishness, said, here, this is yours, said, I trust you. And isn't that the terrible thing about this? How the red flags were symptoms of a traumatic history, where fear of intimacy were anything but the repeated mantra of run, 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 run. 5. Sit quietly in meetings. Backburner broils once my flesh became boring, became girls on the internet don't ask for anything but a credit card, became move on to the next one, became I promise it is different this time. When he left with the casual, already used and will be used again line, I never loved you. I felt all the men who have ever been inside my unwilling vessel, this drowning shame that comes with being nothing more than a warm body filled with blood but without a voice. I have yet to swim out to find a lifeguard to the sea. 6. Across town, someone kills themselves after being unable to reconcile the aftermath of their assault. Across town, someone will not let their boyfriend touch them because his fingertips feel too much like their rapist. Across town, I argue with myself late into the night. Heart, a rapid fire beast, weigh what recovery means if it means this silence. 7. Don't let him take your recovery, don't let him take your recovery, don't let him take your recovery, don't let him take your recovery. 8. Each hand clap for his sobriety feels a betrayal. I do not want to be the one to bear this voice. I leave and come back at the very end once everyone is done talking. We chant our prayer as though they were more than just words. 9. Survivors are notoriously hard to deal with. We demand you speak about that which is uncomfortable. Perpetrators only require you do not speak at all. We, by definition, are a lazy populace. We, by definition, fail all of those who have ever been preyed upon. 10. Predator. Noun, a person who looks for other people in order to use, control, or harm in some way. Prey. Noun, someone who is easily harmed or affected in a bad way by someone or something. Survive. Verb, to continue to live, to exist. 11. After the meeting, everyone hugs him. He laughs at a joke, grabs his new girl by the waist. I want someone to tell him he is wrong. I am tired. 12. A friend interrupts my exit, a flinch as they go in for a hug. Tells me they've not seen me around a lot. I tell them I work too much. What I mean is that when you already fought a lion and your safe space starts to look an awful lot like a gladiator's ring, you figure out how to scale walls real quick. You figure out a way to run before the second beast comes out.